All right, Crissy Crew. So yes, we're gonna do a hack about this air fryer liner. This ain't nothing but parchment paper, y'all. My pan is damaged, so they call for you to grease the pan. I'm gonna line the pan with these liners, and I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna do it. This way it'll make an easy cleanup. And this is what we gonna do. Gonna put two of these bad boys in there and keep it moving. See, it's more than one way to skin a cat, y'all. And we're gonna pour that batter in there once it's done, and we're gonna keep it moving. Okay, I got this recipe for Amy Casey, and I posted it on my Cooking with Crissy on I shared it on my Cooking with Crissy on my Facebook page, and I'll be uploading this to my Cooking with Crissy, where highlights on Cooking with Crissy with Facebook, because the main Cooking with Crissy is on YouTube. So I got my bowl. We have sugar, all-purpose flour, Hershey's cocoa powder, sea salt or kosher salt, vanilla extract, baking powder, eggs. And I'm about to double this recipe because I want to not only make some for my office but for us here at home. She was so nice on there because if you notice, I got the one eggs and then I got the two eggs. That is so nice, and they even got it where you could triple the recipe, so that's good. And then I got this syrup back here because I don't have brown sugar. The recipe calls for brown sugar. So you put like a cup of the regular sugar and then like a tablespoon, I believe that is, a tablespoon of that. And then, but the best is to use molasses if you can, because that's all brown sugar is, molasses and regular sugar together. But who has molasses? That's kind of an old school thing. I got all my cups and measuring items in that cup right there. I have to do for the recipe calls for 1.5 cups of salted butter. So I'm gonna melt that in a moment. I got to get a container to melt that. I got my oven preheated for 350. As y'all can see that over there, just to zoom in for y'all. And I finna get to opening up stuff and get busy. I'm gonna put y'all on pause. I just wanted to introduce all my ingredients, but this is a real, they call it one bowl fudgy brownies. So give me a moment. Okay, I'm kind of using the butter to kind of hold that down so I can have a flat surface for my um, brownies to go in, because I don't want them to spill over. I want them to cook right, but I've measured some of our ingredients out. I'm gonna have to measure another thing of sugar for our brownies to go along with this syrup over here. This is going to replace our molasses, or both of them together combined. It's going to replace our brown sugar that we don't have. So it costs for 1.5 cups. That's 1 cup. That's a half a cup of sugar. Then we got to pour another cup for our brown sugar. Using up all the little sugar. But we don't really use sugar like that. I got another bowl if we need to like sprinkle some sugar on something. So we would put a combination of this 1 cup. And then we're going to put this tablespoon to make up for, and I should have put some oil down in there. That's the hack for that. And then I got to melt this butter over here. That's why I supposed to found something to melt the butter. That's right. The trick is to put a little oil in this so I can get all of this out. So hold on, you guys. All right, then along with our sugars and butter, we got to put 4 teaspoons. So that's 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm about to go to the microwave and microwave this butter because for 1.5 cups, 1.5 cups rather, of melted butter. Okay. Put it on here for like 1.5 minutes, y'all. Wanted to melt all the way. Not quite. We got some more time we got to put on it. Ooh, that look good, y'all. And we're going to pour that right in here one and a half cups of melted butter. And then we're going to combine that. Recipe says blend to smooth. Looks pretty smooth to me. All right, the next part of the recipe says to add the eggs and stir to combine, but I have to lightly beat these eggs. It calls for 4 and the 2 times recipe, 4 large eggs lightly beaten. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, we're gonna lightly beat these eggs, y'all. Just lightly beat them. Lightly beat them. I don't want to overwork these eggs. I think that's beating enough. They say lightly beat them, so they add that in and stir to combine. Okay, we're gonna combine this. Ooh, this gonna be so good, y'all. I haven't made no brown. I don't know if I ever made any brownies homemade. I'm so excited about these brownies. And for the most part, they are very easy to make. Very easy to make. Cause I had everything on hand except for the brown sugar. I just had to do a substitute for that. Then I'm gonna measure my other ingredients. I think next is the cocoa and the baking powder and salt, and of course the flour. Let me put my flour in before I do that. So it calls for 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I've measured that out. That's 1 cup of flour. That's 1/2 cup of flour. Okay, so add flour, cocoa powder, baking powder, kosher salt, and chocolate chips. And so I'm gonna get all that measured, and I'll be right back. Pouring in 1 cup, y'all, of chocolate chips. These are I tried to get some Brownies, but these are the Nestle Toll House semi-sweet morsels. So I got 1 cup of these in here. And then it calls for 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, so we're gonna get that measured. It's just easy for me to use a smaller cup to put it over in this bigger cup. And me risk trying to pour this stuff and get it everywhere. I'm measuring out 1/2 cup of this cocoa powder. Look at all that chocolate, y'all. Woohoo! Chocolate. Take a picture of that chocolate. That's what's gonna make it good, good. That good, good. Yeah. Y'all gotta be careful because I have a recipe for 1 time and 2 times. I got the chocolate. I got the chocolate chip, the semi-sweet chocolate chips. Right, it's 1 cup of that. But I actually got to put another cup of this. This is 1/2 cup. I'm supposed to have a whole cup of this cocoa powder. And then I've measured out 1/2 teaspoon of this kosher salt, but it's supposed to be a whole teaspoon, so I'm going to have to do another one of these as well. So that's 1/2 teaspoon. Let me get my other teaspoon together, 1/2 teaspoon. This is my other half, so that makes a whole teaspoon of the of the of the kosher salt or the sea salt. And then I need